class. Welcome, Alina, Amani, Blake, Jaden, Lucian, Felice, and William. Welcome. Today is Tuesday, August the 27th. Link to class nearpod is in the chat. Let's go ahead and join and let's get started. Please join nearpod using your first names only because at times we are sharing your screen and we don't want to be sharing full names. Here are some agendas and reminders for the week. These are the modules I've assigned to you. Today, quiz 1.08 is due. I'm also going to go over it at 12:15 p.m. And please join so you get the help that you need on the quiz and do your best. Here we are with lesson target. It is the same as what we were learning yesterday. So we can solidify the concept and practice further. In this lesson, you will learn to and you will practice further to convert a very small or a very large number to scientific notation. You will also practice converting a very small or a very large number written in scientific notation to standard form. Okay. Here is my start, the warm-up, so that we can make sense of the numbers. I've given you 6 pictures and 6 scientific notations. And I want you guys, if you want to work with partners and that tables allows, I'm still learning with that, but match each picture with its power of 10. Explain your reasoning, right? Everybody, let's get started. Match the picture with its power of 10. What do you feel like? And this activity should last for a minute. Timer has now started. And in your pod, I see Amani, Blake, Carmen, Johnny, Felice, and William. But Blake is the only person who has an actively working slide. Let me think. You know, Blake, that's what I was thinking. I didn't understand picture E much. But I still have it up here. I was thinking somebody in our class will tell us more about picture E. I was thinking somebody of you guys understand picture E and we'll talk about it. That's why I didn't remove the slide. I'm going to go share how I see my Nearpod so you understand that we have to actively work so the teacher can see your work and give feedback. Guys, we have 21 people in. These are the only people in Nearpod. These are the only people in Nearpod. Blake is the only person working at this time. That's it. Out of a class of 21. Carmen is the second one. No? Timer says it's time. Timer says it's time. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Oh, William is matching. Let's see, William. What did you see? William marked. William, hop on the mic. How did you figure out that E goes with the last one? What do you see in E? Me and Blake were a little confused about E.
I just assumed that E was the cells for the eye.
Cells for the eye? Well, that might be. It seems like a very zoomed picture. It could be very likely. Nice. Okay, Blake has all others. William has most of them. Felice, what do you think? Just so that I can give you guys some sense of, the numbers. So, William, you want to go with the smallest to be E. Felice, you're confused? This is the smallest number, right? 0 point, and then 4 zeros, and then a 1. So William is thinking these are the cells of the eye. Okay, that's what Blake is also thinking. Blake is thinking then 10 to the power of -2 goes with the eye of the frog. That's Blake. Blake, you want to hop on the mic and talk about it? I'm not expecting Felice, you guys to do all 6 and do them correctly. My goal here was to see we can get something done and have some idea about the numbers, because you talk about scientific notations. When you will look at these numbers and match them with pictures, you will start to have some sense of what the numbers represent. Okay, Nizar, I really don't even want you to be matching all of them. Just a little activity so we have some sense of numbers. Here I had it like this. Let me see. William, this is what I had, but they're not accurate answers. This is how my guessworks look like. But now that you're telling about an eye, I could have put it like this. Just some random answers. No perfect answers because I couldn't see the pictures too. William, yes. Okay, let's get a little bit better sense. Have you guys ever heard of Google number? Have you guys ever heard of a Google number? Well, if you have not, a Google is 1 times 10 to the power of 100. Okay, it's a number in math. Google is a number that's 1 to the power of 100. 1 times 10 to the power of 100. How many zeros are in Google? This is my discussion question. No. JJ, right? Google is the biggest number currently. See, JJ has heard about it. Nice, JJ. Here we are. That's the same question I have. Google is 1 times 10 to the power of 100. If you want to see better in a picture, you can click the pinned picture. So how many zeros are in a Google? How many zeros are in a... This is Blake's answer. Blake says there are 100. There are 100. Felice says there are 100. 10.01 thousand. Johnny, what is that kind of an answer? Hop on the mic, talk about it. You guys are so smart. You guys do not take no time thinking about it, huh?
Hello? There you go.
Yes.
Google would be, in scientific notion of a Google, it would be 1 times 10 to the power of 100.
Excellent. Excellent. Oh, you know what? William actually typed out those 100 zeros. Very good, very good. I'm very proud of you. Excellent. You guys just take no time to think about it and you just knew what that meant. I am really proud of you. Although the answer looked really weird to have 100 numbers, yes, but it was like that. Here's error analysis. You guys know we are to a more higher order thinking when we are analyzing somebody's errors. Describe and correct the error in writing the number in standard form. They give us a scientific notation 4.1 times 10 to the power of negative 6. And we want to go ahead and see what is the error the student made when they're writing it in standard form. Okay, everybody get started. William, that is so fast, that is accurate. Excellent. Let me count number of zeros. That looks perfect. Accurate. Very good, very good. Rania, so we want to see what was the error in writing the standard form. This is the thing that we should be focusing on. When the student wrote this, where did they go wrong? Right? Johnny is going to write out a sentence. Interesting. Let me see how others will respond. There is a class of 22 students, but in my Nearpod, I only see 10. Blake, excellent. Blake says that they thought 6 was positive. Excellent, Blake. Felice, do you think, Felice, you put the decimal in the right place? I'm going to go share my screen. Error analysis is needed here. Please look at my screen. Error analysis. Please, you can also correct it. We're all thinking about error analysis to make everybody think, right, at a higher level. Everybody think about it. I'm sharing Felice's slide. How would we guide her from here? Raise your hand. Amalina, Amani, Amy, Andre, I've not heard from you. Brady. So William, can you hop on the mic and talk about it? What do you see? Guide her so that we can see some change in the slide. Yes?
Decimal's in the wrong spot. It's
You
in
should-
between the 4.1, even though it's supposed to be right behind the first 0.
Felice, that makes sense? Let's see how you'll fix it. It's going to be a live thing. We're going to see how William's feedback helped you. This is important. These are the kind of questions you'll be assessed on. Okay. Yes. Excellent. The first 0 on the left. Left, not the right side. How do we write the decimals normally, right? The first 0, JJ says, behind the first 0. Keep guiding her, guys. You want to get her to the answer. That is what good classmates do. They have some good guiding strategies. Rather than giving answers, we want to be providing guidance. I think we should look at yours. Yeah, William, but that's just showing her the answer. How about we guide her? There you go, Felice. We are so proud of you. Excellent. Okay. Are there any questions on this? You guys have shown me very fluency with scientific notations. You guys have shown me mastery. I'm very proud of you. But I want to still see participation from everybody so that we can be sure everybody understands the topic. We still don't see everybody in Nearpod. But we will keep convincing you to join. Okay, here we are. We didn't want to do this one. If you want to do this on your own, you definitely can. We'll give you a little bit better sense of numbers. But here we are at practice 1. We are going to be doing some real business. We are going to look at how the test wants to assess you on this topic. About converting to scientific notation and back to standard notation, right? And the test questions is something like this. The area of a piece of land is 4,951,000. Some of these numbers are a little hard to read because there are too many digits. Square meters. How is this number of square meters written in scientific notation? Right? They want to write it in scientific notation. Remember, in scientific notation, there are certain rules that we want to follow. Johnny got an answer. Johnny, I say reconsider. Amani, I agree to you. Blake, I agree to you. Let me see how Johnny gonna reconsider. People, I don't see in Nearpod. Alina, Amy, I don't see you in Nearpod. Andre, I do see you. Brady H, and Brady Z, we don't see you. Rania, excellent. Zara, excellent. And remember to use the calculator if you are confused. G and J is wrong. JJ, hop on the mic. Why do you want to say that G and J are wrong?
They're negative. Hello? They're negatives.
Yes. So why negatives are going to be incorrect answers here?
It's cause if it weird. It's cause if it was if the number was like a decimal, like very small, then it would be a negative power, but it's not.
Yes. Excellent. Something like that, right? But it's not excellent. So far, there's nobody in class who have missed the question. There's nobody in class who have missed the question. You guys have accurately marked where the decimal point will go. We need to only have once. So that's where you guys have put the decimal. And that looks correct. That doesn't look correct. And the number of places the decimal was moved is 3 and another 3. So power of 6. Right? Nobody in our class actually missed it. It's 100%. I'm very proud of you. Let's go. Yes. And JJ says H is wrong. It has a comma. Here we are with practice question 2. Okay. The density of oxygen is, this is how students in the past were assessed on the topic. The density of oxygen is, Okay, 0.001429 grams per cubic centimeters. How is this number written in scientific notation? If you want, you can also use the calculator and help yourself. But if you really don't need one, you definitely can figure it out on your own. Let me see how you guys want to answer this one. Rania, very good. Blake, does your mic work? How would you defend your answer? Blake.
I would say that to defend my answer, I went from not the decimal point, and I went 1, 2, 3, and it was behind the 1. So
Yes.
that's why I think the number over 10 is 3.
Now think, is it a small number or a big number?
Oh, okay.
Excellent.
I wasn't thinking. Thank you.
So far, everybody in the class have got the answer correct. Nobody has missed it. And I'm going to share William's slide. William, where are you generating all these answers from? See, look at William's slide. He has answers for all the answer choices.
Or my mind. I'm just looking at where the decimal is, and if it says to the power of 3, I move the decimals 3 spaces to whichever way.
Excellent. Which one looks correct to you? This is a really beautiful strategy. Amani, very good. This is a really beautiful strategy. From my understanding, I was trying to give you only one question to practice at this time for this slide. It was this one. But because of how William is trying to answer the question, William practiced all 4 scientific notations. Because he has the answers to them. And William made it a more meaningful question for himself. William, excellent. I'm really proud of you, right? Okay, let's go ahead. William is correct. Answer choice C looks correct. Nobody in the class has missed it. I am so proud of you. You guys have learned the topic very well, and you guys are showing me mastery. Here we are with the next one. See, this is how STAR will test you. Oh, right, JJ. Here is another example how STAR will assess you. The mass of a textbook is approximately 0.00165 metric ton. How is the number written in scientific notation? Notice that each time they want the answer in scientific notation. Very rare occasions they want standard. They're trying to ask you scientific notation, right? Okay, Rania has the answer, and I agree. Let's see how the rest of you will do. Amani, reconsider. I agree, Blake. Excellent. Kelly, excellent. Felice, excellent. Zara, reconsider. I am wondering where the decimal point will go in the number. For scientific notation right now, it is right here, 0.00165. So here we have few people who are confused about it, right? Where do you guys think the decimal point will go? Okay, I would really appreciate if you guys hop on the mic and talk about it. Where will the decimal point go? Where will the decimal point go for the scientific notation? Rania, I agree. Kelly, I agree. Right? Is there anybody in class? Andre, very nice, Andre. Very good, very good. Where will the decimal point go? Well, whenever we want scientific notation, they want to write a number times 10 to a power. Will the power be positive or negative? Look at this number. Will the power be positive or negative? Rania thinks the power will be negative. Rania, you want to hop on the mic? Zara thinks number and power is negative. Rani, you want to hop on the mic, talk about why you chose the power is going to be negative?
Yeah. Is my mic working?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, yesterday it wasn't. So it would be negative because the number is in decimals. It's a small number. The exponent is positive if the number is positive, if it's a big number. But this is a small number, so the exponent's automatically small.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Very good. And they just gave all some sort of negative exponents. So this is where they are correct. The exponents are negatives, but we don't know the number yet. Well, where do you guys plan to put the decimal? What kind of number is allowed over here? Is a 165 allowed over here? Is 1.65 allowed here? Is 16.5 allowed here? Or 0.165 allowed? What kind of a number is allowed over here? Felice thinks that G is the allowed number. 1.65 is how scientific notation allows you to write. Anybody disagrees to Felice? Okay, 1.65 scientific will allow because they want to be sure the ones place is not a 0. It's supposed to be 1 or higher, but it cannot be 10. Right? So what is supposed to be the exponent now? We decided, well, the number is going to be 1.65. The exponent is going to be, JJ thinks it's going to be 3. Amani, that is great. And it's going to be a negative 3. See how many places we moved to the right? 1, 2, 3. G is the right answer. And doesn't seem like anybody's confused. You all got there before I got there. That is a good thing. Right? Carmen, do you agree to our answer? Carmen. Okay, only they're supposed to be ones when we change it to scientific notations. Not tens like this, not hundreds, and the ones place cannot be a 0. William, we are waiting. We want to be sure that everybody understands before we move on. Okay. Let's go ahead, move on. Now, this is another thoughtful question. Let's see how you guys think about this one. Well, listen carefully. Here's a little story. An object with a lesser density than water will float. You guys know, right? When we jump into a pool and there's so much water, we are less dense than the water and we float, right? Because the water is way too much compared to us. So keeping that in view, they've given you a bucket and this is the density of this water. Lesser density floats. An object with greater density than water will sink. Use each given density to explain what happens when you place a brick and an apple in water. What will happen if you place the brick into the bucket? Okay. What will happen when you will place the brick into the bucket? The kind of answers I'm expecting from you are about sinking and floating, right? Let's see, Felice. And what will happen when the apple will go into the bucket? This is a discussion question. We want to see how everybody will answer, right? Yeah, Rania, please. Go put your answers here in the discussion post. Everybody, let's get started. But I will allow you a timer of 2 minutes. Type out a nice answer, one statement answer about the brick and the apple. Timer starts now. Timer starts now. We got a first response. William, apple will float, brick will sink. What about others? We want more responses. William's the only one. Take your time, compose a nice, good sentence. 1 minute, 30 seconds more. Zara has a nice, comprehensive sentence. The brick will sink as it is heavier and has more density. The apple will float as it is light and less density. See, this is writing practice. You want to go to the previous page? I can give you the link later, William. Okay, I can give you the link later. Johnny, the brick will go to the bottom of the bucket while the apple floats. Here's the math for it. Look at nicely, Johnny is written out. Apple's density is 1,000. Brick's density is 1,840. Apple's okay, Johnny, I think you fixed something, right? So bucket density, that sounds better. Bucket is 1,000. Brick is 1,840, and apple is 641. Very nicely done, Johnny. Very good. Amani, apple will float, and the brick will sink because the brick is denser. Nicely done. Okay. We have around 15 seconds more. If you are still writing and composing a response, please post. Right, Amani? Yes. You guys should have some similar answers. That means everybody's understanding the topic. Here's Blake. Here's Rania. You guys are actually translating. That's nice. Nice. And it is also time. Nobody is in conflict that the brick will sink and the apple will float. Okay. Let's look at the time. Let's look at how you will. Okay. I have a little writing piece, and we are not using a lot of writing in this class, but because time allows and how well you guys are doing, we can look at this. I want to see how you will describe the difference between scientific notation and standard form. Think about, you are trying to talk about this to a 6th grader or a 7th grader as you explain, right? As if they've never heard about it, and how you will describe the difference between scientific notation and standard form. This is a little writing piece. And no, wait. I apologize that you start writing. The slide is just there to give you some heads up on how the next slide looks like. This is the writing piece. Get started. I'll allow you guys 2 minutes to go ahead and compose a response. And we will share a few. We still have a few challenging questions in this lesson. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's see how you will do. Get started. I see Felice, Johnny. I see Maddie, William, Carmen, Amani, Zara, Andre, Rania, Kelly, Dariana. Amani, you have written it really nicely. Everybody get started. It seems like I don't get a live view of if you are writing, but I only get when you guys have completed writing. Felice response, let me see. Scientific notation simplifies the number, while standard form keeps the number in its natural form. Well-written responses. We're gonna still wait. We still have 55 seconds more for you guys to compose nicely written, well-written out responses. If you want to go and fix the grammar and everything, you guys know that writing is gonna be a thing in STAR for reading and writing test. Johnny, scientific version, 1.24 times 10 to the power of 5, as you see, is not smaller. Here's standard form, 124,000, as you see. It's bigger. Scientific notation is to make it smaller for writing. Form as standard form is how you write it normally. Johnny, how would you reread and make it clearer? Clarity. Andre, really nicely written out. But I'm going to be sharing some of those responses with you. Timer says we still have 8 seconds more if you are composing. Okay. So Felice, this is time. Let me announce Felice, Johnny, Blake, William, Amani, Zara, Andre. If you don't score a perfect score on today's quiz, 1.08 quiz, send me an email. I will give you credits. 1 extra point, right? If you don't earn a perfect score, send me an email and I will definitely, and Dariana, right? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share. You quickly start to read. This is Felice, right? Well written for 2 minutes. This is Felice's response. If any of you pause and read your response, you can also do that. This is Johnny's response. Johnny put in some numbers to explain and talk about it. See, some nice written, and you will get to see everybody's response, so we have an idea what students are turning into the teacher. Blake's response: scientific notation is the shortened version of standard form. This is William's response. See how some people write more formal than others? StarTest is grading you for all these details, right? Carmen's response: if I'm calling out your name, you have earned a credit from me. Carmen, you're still typing out the difference, right? Take your time, dear, write it out as we share other people's responses. Amani. See, some have written out more in detail. Okay, here is Zara's response. See, nicely written out responses. Andre's response. Rania's response. And some responses are really well written. They are expressing some really great ideas, but the way it has been expressed has not been the best. So make sure I'm showing you examples of writing, right? And why, so we can start to follow. Some of you have great ideas. Just compose it in a way that looks more formal. A lot of your writing tests are being graded by the computer and not a human person, and the computer just goes by straight, coding, and they're going to see something that is written out following grammar and stuff. So keep that in mind. See, and this is the last one, that's from Dariana. All those people I called out, you earned 1 bonus point from me. Make sure to use that on quiz 1.08 if you did not get a perfect score. Okay. So far, you have shown me mastery with regards to scientific notation when you're converting. Okay, when you are converting. Here we are. It's not about converting, but it's understanding the numbers and making a comparison. The table shows the surface temperature of 5 stars. Which star has the highest surface temperature? And which star has the lowest surface temperature? Let me allow you 2 minutes. I've hit 2. Think about it. No, you normally not compare scientific notations. You compare regular numbers. But here are scientific notations. Let's go ahead and figure it out. Let me see. Everybody get started. Give it a thought. 2-minute timer. I started. 1 minute, 40 seconds more. Mani, Andre, Carmen, Johnny, Felice, Sarah, William. Akil, I want to see you in Nearpod, dear. Alina, join Nearpod. Amy. Brody. Drake. Join Nearpod, Drake. Draven. Join Nearpod. Harmony. Jaden. Omar. Millie. Nelly. I'm going to see you guys in Nearpod. Storm. Taraji. Okay, 35 seconds more. Oh, nice, Rania. These are the numbers that I got. Oh, so nice, Johnny. I love that. I'm going to share your slide. Some of you do a lot of work. You show all details. You want to put in all the thought that you can. Zara, your answers are deviating from what the rest of us have got. Definitely there's something we want to hear from you that you are thinking we are not thinking. Rania, that's what we got. As a class, most of this is what we are all getting. I like, Amani, how you want to write out the number to see. Oh, that's time. Okay, now I will open it up to you. Who wants to share the slide and talk about it? If you want feedback from me before you talk about it, we can also do that. We want to hear from a person who hasn't gotten a chance to talk yet. William, nicely done work. Johnny, nicely done. Blake, very nicely done. If you're hearing me call out your name, right? Like right now, giving you feedback, you are earning the points that you can add on to this quiz 1.08 that is due today. Alina, multitasking and barely hear me. Sit by your computer and learn this content, Alina, right? Yes, JJ, absolutely. You guys have shown me mastery for the quiz anyways. And you guys are answering more rigorous questions than tested on the quiz. Very good, Blake. Okay. Here is JJ's slide. Let me go ahead and share it. JJ, hop on the mic, talk about it. We can hear you.
Okay. So the way I charted it was the highest number is the lowest one, and the lowest one is the the hottest one. So I did all the math for like all of them, and the highest one was the sun. Wait, no, Bellatrix. Yeah,
Very good.
Betel Betel. I don't know how to say that.
just try it.
Betelgeuse.
Betelgeuse. Yeah.
Betelgeuse. Yeah. That one had a heat of 1,006.2 for the multiplication. Bellatrix had a whopping 38,000. Rigel had 22,000. Aldebaran had 7,200.
Very good.
The sun had 11,000. Well, so yeah.
Excellent. And here are those numbers. Felice has those numbers. Answered correctly, Felice. See, some of you guys show all the details. Look at these are really nicely done. Ranya's very good, Rania. William, see, and color coded nicely. Very good. I also like how Blake did. He put the numbers by each and then circled the lowest and the highest. Okay. Okay. Well done, class. I am so proud of you. Let's see there's a little piece of check for understanding, and that is also the final piece. That is also the final piece for today's class. Okay, here we are. It is like a standard star kind of a question, and that's going to be the final piece. If you show me mastery, I'll dismiss you a couple of minutes before time. Jamie used a microscope to measure the diameter of hair. She found that the diameter of the hair was 0. All this number. How is this number written in scientific notation? Another point for another opportunity to be earning extra credit. Felice, excellent, good to go. Rania, excellent, good to go. If I call out your name for correctness, you have earned this bonus point that can be added to your grade for 1.08, right? Because you are showing me mastery. Zara, excellent, good to go. Johnny, excellent, good to go. Amani, excellent, good to go. Salone, I say reconsider. Zara, reconsider. You too, JJ. Andre, excellent, good to go. Blake, is it a too big number or a too small number? Blake, ask yourself. Kelly, excellent. Kelly, noted. You earned 1 bonus point if you need this on today's quiz, Kelly. Right? Good to go, Kelly. Oh, perfect. I know you're going to do great. The very last question looks a little weird in the quiz. You guys will need help. You can join a little later and I'm going to help you out. Let's see, Salone, what's going to be your next best answer? William is still answering. Amani, I agree to you. You're good to go. Very good, very good. Let me see how Carmen. Dariana, excellent, dear. Good to go. You have earned a point. Felice, excellent. Good to go. Salone, I'm very proud of you. Excellent, Salone. You've earned a point. You're good to go. Zara, you're still reconsidering, right, Zara? Blake, excellent. You've earned a point. Nelly, I say reconsider. Nelly, think about, is it a big number or a small number? Are you converting a big number or a smaller number? That impacts the kind of power we will have. Now let me see what Zara's next answer. It's a small number. Is the power going to be positive or negative? Think about it. Is the power going to be positive or negative? Sloan, excellent. You too, Sloan. Okay. Let me see what Carmen's going to get. I think I gave feedback to the rest of you guys. Amani, Andre, Blake, good to go. Dariana, Johnny, Kelly, Felice, good to go. Rania, Sloan, William, good to go. William, good to go. Yes, I agree. Right, Carmen, Zara, I'm waiting to hear back from you guys. Is Nelly? Absolutely. It is a negative. It is going to be a negative exponent. So keeping that in view, B and C are out of the picture. Well, 7.2 is written correctly. We need to have the ones, right? 7.2 means the decimal is here. Right, Nelly? So how many places was the decimal moved? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. 5 places, not 6. It's 5 and it is going to be a negative 5. Hey, excellent. That marks the end of class. Very good, Carmen. Carmen, I noticed you earned a point from me. Right? In case if you need it on quiz 1.08, please come to me, send me an email. I'm going to be happy to give you the point. Thank you for joining. See you guys later.